Boxing is not always decided by fists. Sometimes it is decided by ink. These are the nights when the crowd saw the truth, and the judges did not.
Combat countdown. No mercy.
Robbed in plain sight. 5 decisions that shook boxing's soul. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Boxing has endured knockouts, scandals, and controversy, but there are decisions, rulings, that left scars no champion could cover. These were not misunderstandings. They were witnessed, recorded, and still ignored. Tonight, we count down 5 fights where victory was taken, not lost. Number 5, Timothy Bradley versus Manny Pacquiao, the 9th of June, 2012. The setting was Las Vegas. The expectation was routine. Manny Pacquiao controlled distance with his feet and consequence with his hands. Clean punches, clear rounds, a rhythm that belonged to one man. Bradley fought bravely, but bravely is not the same as effectively. Pacquiao dictated the pace, the angles, and the moments that mattered, touching first, exiting clean and turning every exchange into evidence, showing superior foot placement, sharper timing, and an attack that arrived before Bradley could set his feet. He entered on angles, broke combinations in half, and left Bradley swinging at space. When the final bell sounded, the crowd had already decided. The judges had not. Even Bradley seemed unsure of what had just occurred. This decision did not destroy a career, but it weakened something else, the audience's trust. Number 4, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler, the 6th of April, 1987. This was speed against pressure, elegance against inevitability. This was supposed to be a super fight. What we got instead was a contest of perception versus reality. Sugar Ray Leonard started fast movement activity, and for 2 rounds, he earned the benefit of the doubt. But after that, Leonard moved without engaging, circling, clinching, selling motion more than damage. Marvin Hagler was the aggressor. He pressed forward, cut the ring, landed the heavier punches, many of them blocked or ignored by the judges. Leonard's flurries were fast and flashy, but often had little behind them. Hagler absorbed, blocked, and answered. The criteria is clear, clean punches, effective aggression, ring generalship, and defense. Hagler controlled most of them. By the middle rounds, Leonard was breathing heavy. The movement remained, the authority did not. Leonard won the psychological battle. He sold moments. But illusion is not victory. This was the closest fight on this countdown. But close does not mean correct. Number 3, Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield, the 13th of March, 1999. This was meant to crown an undisputed champion. Instead, it exposed an undisputed problem.
You know, I won that fight, Howard. I gave Holyfield the business that night. Just look at the footage.
Yes, Lennox, and thank you so much for your modesty. What you are witnessing here is not chaos. It is control. Lennox Lewis, the taller man, the longer man, is dictating the geography of this ring with a stiff, commanding jab. Evander Holyfield presses forward, yes, but pressing forward is not the same as succeeding. Look closely now. Lennox does not retreat in panic. He steps, he measures, and then he strikes. That jab snaps the head. That right hand lands with authority. Holyfield is working. He is trying. But Lennox is landing the clean, telling blows. This is ring generalship. It is economy of motion. It is a heavyweight champion choosing when violence occurs. The judges are cautioned to score results. But do they? Lennox is clearly dominating the action here. Certainly from this broadcaster's perspective, not reckless, not desperate, but measured, punishing, dominant. And the numbers tell the same story. The CompuBox totals reveal it plainly. Lennox lands more, connects at a higher rate throughout this contest. Accuracy, efficiency, control. Now, if you value moments like this, moments where truth in boxing refuses to fade, then this is the time to subscribe, because these are not just highlights, these are reckonings. Number 2, Pernell Whitaker against Julio Cesar Chavez, September the 10th, 1993. This was genius against gravity. Whitaker slipped punches before they existed. Angles replaced impact. Chavez pressed forward relentlessly, but pressed mostly air. And when the verdict came, the lesson was brutal. You could outthink the champion and outmaneuver the champion, and still not be allowed to win. Pernell comes in high on this list because he was robbed not once, but twice. It happened to him 5 years earlier against Jose Luis Ramirez in 1988. What unfolded inside the ring against Chavez was defensive mastery at its highest expression, a fighter solving danger before it arrived. But Pernell didn't just display his defensive prowess. He outscored Chavez considerably by all accounts. Pernell clearly won this fight, but the judges did not see it fit to give him his due. From this night on, defensive mastery carried a warning label. A label that was not outlined in the foundational rules of boxing. Number 1, Roy Jones Jr. faces off against Park Si-hun at the Seoul Olympics on the 1st of October, 1988. This was not subtle. It was not close.
They stole my medal, Howard. They stole my gold.
What you are witnessing here is not merely a boxing match. It is a lesson in speed, in distance, and ultimately in injustice. Roy Jones Jr. enters with his hands low, his head slightly forward, a posture that unsettles the eye and defies convention. To the casual observer, it may appear reckless. To the trained one, it is confidence bordering on artistry. Look closely at the hands. The speed is almost blinding. Jones darts in, lands cleanly, and is gone before a response can even be contemplated. This is not bravado. This is mastery of timing and space. He feints to the right, drawing hesitation, then snaps a lead left hook to the head, then to the body. Punches thrown without permission and without consequence, because his opponent simply cannot catch him. Again and again, Jones steps inside the danger zone, scores with precision, and retreats untouched. The separation is unmistakable, one fighter reacting, the other dictating. There is showboating. Yes, hands lowered, movement exaggerated, and it is clearly resented by the crowd, but boxing is not judged by decorum. It is judged by clean punches, control, and superiority. And in those terms, this contest is lopsided. This is not a close fight misread. This is a robbery, one of the most glaring injustices the sport has ever sanctioned. These were not mistakes. They were moments, frozen in time, when reality and authority parted ways. If boxing is ever to heal, it must remember them, because the most dangerous blow in boxing has never been thrown. If you remember these nights, if you still argue them, then you already understand. Subscribe to Combat Countdown, because boxing history deserves witnesses.
Combat Countdown. No mercy!